Okay, as this video states, this is my history with Scag, and it actually started with a 48-inch belt drive Walkbehind, but then it eventually went to this Scag Freedom Z. This is a 2016, I believe this one was, but I didn't always have that bagger on it. I had the machine for, I don't know, I think almost a year before I actually ordered that bagger, maybe a full year. I used to run an Accelerator off of this, which you will see, but this had the 48-inch deck, and for those of you that remember, I did a lot of mowing with this bad boy. It definitely cut a lot of grass. It was a pretty fast little machine. I grew out of it pretty quick, but what an amazing machine for bottom of the line commercial. This is the way to go. The Patriot, from what I hear, is pretty amazing as well. This video is going to skip around a lot from the different machines. It's just the way I kind of threw the videos in. I didn't want to, stay on one machine and then go to the next machine. So I kind of threw them here and there in between. But you can see I mowed some pretty big areas with this old 48-inch Freedom Z. And then I did end up selling it and moved on to the next one. And here I am using the bag run. It was just a regular 2-bag bagging system, no blower, vac, nothing off the side of the deck, but it did really, really well. As long as you weren't trying to take off too much at any one time, or you weren't trying to bag like really wet grass, you would be perfectly fine, and it would work really well. And here I am with the Tiger Cat. As you guys know, I eventually end up selling this to Ryan, but what an awesome machine this was. This was a huge upgrade for me. This had the 52-inch deck, and it flew. It was a fast machine. I definitely liked it, and I definitely cut a lot of grass with this as well. I made a lot of money with this mower, hands down. I hated the ROPS, the rollover bar on the top, so I took it off. A lot of you had a lot to say when I put those videos out. And, it's just your opinion, and it is what it is. It's my machine, and I make money with it, and I run it every day. And if it rolls over and that's not on there and I kill myself, well, then so be it. That's my own problem. But, I also am very smart on a mower, and I don't do things that I shouldn't be doing for the most part. You guys remember this? The Terra King bags I used to hang off the back of this and the Freedom Z. 54 bushel these bad boys hold. 54 bushel. And that's what originally gave me the idea for the bags you guys know that I make now. But here's when Max worked for me, and there's Ryan right there on the Freedom Z and Max on the Tiger Cat. But that's when I was running them both all the time. This is just a little bit more me with the Tiger Cat and a 3-bag bagging system. This one did have the vac on the side, unlike the Freedom Z, and it did very well. You could bag wet grass with this thing, no problem. Whereas, the Freedom Z, you usually have to cut it down and then go over it with the bagging system on and suck it up. This one here, you could, bag right from the get-go. This is just me cutting more with the Freedom Z. This was always a very thick, lush, fertilized, over-fertilized lawn, and that Freedom Z ate through it no problem. I never had an issue on this lawn. It would just keep going and going, and You know, beautiful cut with this. It wasn't the Velocity Plus deck. To be honest with you, I don't remember what the name of the deck was on this thing, but did very well. It would fan out grass like there was no tomorrow. When Ryan had used it a few times, he couldn't believe it. He says, I can't believe this little mower with this deck will throw grass like that. Always did a great job. And if you guys remember this was before I got the bagging system for the Freedom Z. This was my 6.2 Accelerator I ran on the side of it. Did very well for quite a while, actually. It held a lot of grass, just not as much as I wanted it to. And that's why I ended up buying that bagging system. But this worked very well. This was the first of 3 6.2 accelerators I've had over the years. The other one was for my 2 Exmark Vantages. You guys know the deal with that. Who remembers the Turf Tiger, the 61-inch deck? You remember the story behind that one? This was that Turf Tiger that I ended up buying from Ryan. We had gotten it for him over that winter before, and a guy was selling it, had some issues with the way it was running. Turns out one of the valves was broken, so we had that fixed. And you know, if you guys go back through, you'll find the history of this. Remember all the money I put into this mower. It was an awesome mower, and the thing really did cut amazing. And you know, it was just huge. It was massive. It was way too big for what I needed, which is why I ended up selling it. Didn't make any money off it. I pretty much broke even, but it went to a good guy that just needed it to mow his farm. He had a lot of open land, and I felt good about it. But it was just another fun project for me. And, you know, if I had needed a mower this big, I definitely would have kept it. I mean, the thing was a cutting machine, and good Lord, would it fly. This thing was probably one of the fastest mowers I've ever owned by far. Just a little more mowing with this Turf Tiger. I just want to throw this in there more. For those of you that remember the machine, I mean, and remember the history with it and, you know, everything else, you'll know what I went through with it and how much fun I had with it while I had it. But, you know, it's just really nice to throw it in here. It was nice to go back through some old videos and find this thing. And, you know, it was great while I had it. You'll see the Tiger Cat over there to the left, and I believe that was probably Max that was mowing with me. And with these 2 machines, we used to knock stuff out, get a lot done really fast. I won't bore you guys to death with this part, but this is all from a recent video. And what would a history of my history with Scag Mowers be if I didn't include this V-Ride 2? that I've recently demoed, and I'm actually still demoing it. It's just been so wet around here and hasn't stopped raining. I haven't been able to cut with it more than just that one day, so hopefully I get more before I got to turn it back in at the end of this week. I did cover quite a bit in this video when it released the other day when I put it out, but you know, there's a lot of great qualities to this mower, and you know, you guys know the history. I'm mowing with the Scag right now, and I hope to, you know, try out another mower, but a lot of it comes to dealer support, and I have the best dealer you could ever want when it comes to these Scag mowers. That first one, that Freedom Z, I bought from a different dealer, and you know, the dealer I go to now was not a Scag dealer at the time, but they are now, obviously, and I'm so happy that they are, and that is where my Tiger Cat came from. And you know, no matter what kind of mower they sell, I have full faith in that dealership, and I without a doubt would buy any mower from them. You know, you guys know I went to a different dealer when I bought other mowers, but that's just because they weren't a dealer for that particular mower. But it's one of the main reasons why I'm trying out this Scag V-Ride 2 and demoing it for a possible purchase this winter, and it's because of that dealer support. But thanks for watching this recap, guys. You know, I thought it'd be interesting. A lot of people have asked what's my history with Scag, or, you know, this and that, and here it is. I put it all together in one video for you.